A meteor shower over central Russia has caused a series of explosions, sending fiery debris onto the streets of several cities. Brightly burning rocks could be seen for hundreds of miles across the sparsely populated region. These are the latest images just coming into us this morning. Local reports say some people were injured by flying glass, and windows, as you can see, were blown out.
These extraordinary videos started to emerge just a few hours ago, and then they've just kept on coming, and they've just become more and more and more amazing. This amazing ball of fire streaking through the sky. But what then seems to have happened is that sometime after the meteor had passed overhead, there was a loud bang. No one's quite clear what that was, whether it was the shock wave of the thing hitting the ground or something to do with it breaking the sound barrier. But that loud bang has shattered windows right across Chelyabinsk, the big industrial city, and across the towns around there. And that flying glass has hit people in the face and heads. And of course, they'd all rushed to the windows to look out. What's that amazing ball of fire passing overhead? And then when the windows broke, they got hit in the face. So yeah, 500 odd people injured. Some of them will have to stay overnight in hospital, but so far we haven't heard of anything more serious than cuts to faces and heads. There has been a wall collapse at a factory. There were some suggestions that people might have been badly hurt there, but nothing confirmed yet. The first thing people noticed was what looked like a bright fireball flying through the clear morning sky. Dozens of video cameras captured the same event, what seems to have been a meteor burning up in the atmosphere, leaving behind it a white trail.
I saw an object moving through the sky. Then there was a flash. We first thought it was fireworks. Then we saw a trace as if from a rocket, followed by an explosion a couple of minutes later.
The explosion was also caught on camera. It's not yet clear whether it was the meteor exploding in mid-air or hitting the ground. Either way, the shockwave from the blast knocked over walls and blew out windows. This factory in Chelyabinsk in the Urals region of Russia suffered extensive damage. People who'd rushed to look outside to see what was flying overhead were injured by glass when the windows smashed. Hundreds had to be treated for cuts to their heads and hands. Buildings across the region were evacuated. At one point, the mobile phone network stopped working because of the number of people trying to call friends and relatives. At this stage, it appears that the eyewitnesses all saw the same meteor, but that's not been established for sure. And it's not yet clear how many pieces of meteorite are now lying on the ground in the wilds of the Ural Mountains. How many solid reminders there will be of the extraordinary object that fell to Earth on a Friday morning. Daniel Sanford, BBC News, Moscow.
Ебать! Волосы накрыло! Да волос накрыло, смотри! Ебать, что за мировая война, нахуй? Да ты смотри, там все... Вообще... Так это, нигде не видно же было. Да смотри, стекла все повыбивало. Все равно волной уебало. Так волной-то куда? Так вот, смотри. Охуеть. Потому что нет. Ну там ракету, может. Там что-то светилось, может, так ярко светило вначале. Блядь. Меня заводит. Я забыл, вот он пролетело что-то, потом как давануло что-то по ушам и все это. Пролетело, и вот сейчас минут через 5 бомбануло. Так это еще, знаешь, прям ощутилось, удар, это волна такая, уши задавила. Все посыпалось. В кабинете все попадало со столов. Меня чуть со стула в кабинете не сбросили. Только вот здесь тоже так подпрыгнули сейчас. Охуеть. Все погнули нахуй. Так вот, смотри. Что это? С Челябинска же. Это я только по радио слушал, знаешь. Главное, чтобы день нормально прошел.
Most of it would have actually have burnt up, but a few bits we think have hit the ground.
And even if they're small bits, would they still have made an impact on the ground? I mean, would it have left some sort of crater? And is that what scientists will be looking for now?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what they're made of, actually. So a lot of scientists are desperate to get their hands on these lumps of rock. Actually, a lot of sort of other meteorite hunters too, because they're worth a fair bit of money also. But they really
in terms of their mineral value or just their rarity?
Both, actually. So they've got a lot of kind of rare earth minerals in them, as well as being, you know, they come from outer space, so they're of interest to a few people. But scientists want to analyse what's actually in them to find out what kind of asteroid or space rock that they fell
All right,
down
just to get this clear, so an asteroid becomes a meteor, becomes a meteorite if it lands, okay?
Yeah.